Hello and welcome to County Highlights. I'm your host, Melody Kitchen. Today we're here with Nicole Waters, the Housing Management Analyst from our very own Division of Community Development and Housing. We're following up on a wonderful effort undertaken this winter to better serve and assist the homeless here in Newcastle County. Thank you so much for being here today, Nicole.
Thank you for having me back. I really appreciate it.
Now that the point in time count has been completed, I just wanted to follow up for our viewers at home to just let them know how the effort in the count and also the blessings bags, how it was successful. And I just wanted to begin by asking a few questions about the point in time count itself.
Sure.
So this year, obviously there was a huge snowstorm. Did that affect the point in time count?
Actually, no, it didn't.
Okay.
It actually worked out to be a little better because we had a way to look at the snow and track footprints and footsteps.
Oh.
I was with a group of ladies from the Rick Van Story project, and they said having the snow on the ground was really beneficial to us. So we were able to look to follow trails and paths.
Oh, wow.
To find
things that you
people.
wouldn't think about
Exactly.
in general.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were there any surprises this year? Was there anything different about this year's count than you've seen in previous years?
Well, last year I was on Main Street in Newark, and we walked up and down Main Street, and unfortunately we didn't find anybody. We saw traces of possible homeless people, but we did not find a single soul. This time we actually found people, so that was the difference. I was in the snow, under bridges and in brushes, and we found people, and so that was a major difference for me. We were able to assist a couple of the people we found and leave them some blessing bags. I was out there with a flashlight and hand warmers and foot warmers and bundled up. So this time around it was even more rewarding because we actually found people on the streets and we were able to give them resources and information.
So when you were doing the count, you were doing the count in Newark.
Yes.
So where else was it taking place?
The entire state. There were people stationed in the city of Wilmington, in the city limits of Newark, and also in the suburbs of Newark. Our group, they were awesome. We were all over Newark, and we even rode up to like Wilmington, outskirts of Wilmington at one time as well, because this is what they do from Rick Van Story. They are outreach coordinators. They're used to doing this. They know all the hot spots, if you will.
Sure.
So they said, "You guys ready to roll?" And I said, "Sure, let's go." So we were all over the place.
Oh, wow. Now, so from last year to this year, the snow actually became beneficial for you and helped you locate some individuals that may otherwise have gone unnoticed.
That's correct.
And I know that bringing the blessings bags around this year was just a huge effort. And do you think that it was an effort that was successful and, the community was involved in?
Oh my gosh, yes. We had so much of an overwhelming amount of support. I do want to take some time to thank some people now,
Sure,
if I
please.
could. Pardon me as I look to over here. I do want to thank admin services for the bins. Miss Audrey said, "Sure, come get them. You can have them." Her department helped us put the labels on the bins, and then and I want to thank Robin for the great idea to place the bins in all the county libraries, because originally I thought, you know what, maybe on one day, the final day, 2 libraries, and she said, "No, how about all libraries, the entire duration?" So from that effort, we were able to collect 200 bags from the local libraries. Yes. We collected a total of 700 bags total.
Which is an enormous amount when you think about every bag being 1 gallon bag.
Yes, and some 2-gallon bags, if you will. Our general manager, because we did get a lot of loose items, which we welcomed, said we could take time apart from our lunch hour to assemble bags. So we had a great assembly of team of people, yes, to put those bags together. My supervisor, Carrie Casey, who has been so supportive if I had to leave or go here or there to get bags and get donations. Amanda Torres, my coworker, who from the start has been there day one, helping. She even did a tutorial how to assemble bags. I said she's like the queen of the bag assembler. I also wanted to thank, my husband, because and my family, because my dining room became like a warehouse. My Facebook family and friends, especially those in the Middletown, Odessa, Townsend community. But I have a colossal thanks for some churches and organizations who really went above and beyond. And that's Living Grace Worship Cathedral, that's located in Middletown, Delaware. Reverend Broughton and his wife Dawn and congregation, I said they were like the Chicago Bulls champions of donating, because it was like a back-to-back-to-back. Every day when I got home, there was a call from them, more and more and more. From their items, we were able to assemble 200 bags.
That's incredible.
Ringo Chapter AME Church, also located in Middletown, Delaware. A member, Cassie Evans, who works for Connections and is also one of my Facebook friends, she contacted me and she gathered her church together, and within 7 days they were able to put together 50 bags plus overflow. The Order of Eastern Star, Jephthah Chapter number 12, where Erin Coleman is their worthy matron. They're located in Middletown, Delaware. She and her sisters put together 50 bags. Carrie Casey, my supervisor, on Martin Luther King Day, the day that the kids were out of school and she was home, had an assembly line in her kitchen and had her kids involved putting together like 30 bags. A couple of more. Holly Shin of Newcastle County Council and her husband donated 20 bags, and she was like so great. She actually Googled statistics on homelessness in Delaware and the ratio of male and female, and had enough bags for males, enough bags for females.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Girl Scouts Troop 350, that is led by one of my old class buddies from Middletown High School, Laura Matson Moyer. They donated 15 bags, but they were so full, the gallon bags, that we had to take them out and put them in 2-gallon mega bags. And they said, could you personally pass these out, Ms. Waters? Don't let anybody else. So I still have just a couple of those bags left. Kayla Rao from Middletown High School, who was a senior. Her aunt is also a classmate of mine, and she's doing this as her senior project. So she has a ton of donations, about maybe 30 to 50 bags worth, but we've actually connected her directly to a homeless shelter, and she's going to deliver those. So hers are not in the count because they're going to go straight to that shelter.
It's still going towards the effort.
So and then Sam Oppenheimer from Outreach, from Homeless Planning Council, who's the outreach coordinator. She was the one who, oh my God, took all the bags. Special services helped us take the bins to the library. So, and then we had to go back and pick the bins up. And I, went with them on the ride along, and we went to every library. We picked up every bin.
Everything. And
that group of guys were just phenomenal, just to see what they do during the day and to map out all those libraries and hit each one of them to get the bins, and then to take them to Friendship House for them to be stored. When you really think about everything that it took to get those bags to those individuals, how many hands were a part of it, how many people really care and really wanted to help, from shopping in the store to putting them in the bag, to getting them to a bin, from a bin to Friendship House, from Friendship House to the team leaders, then from the team leaders to the homeless person. So many hands were involved, and I just can't thank people enough for their generosity. And through this effort, people have signed on to continue. They want to continue
That's what I was going to say. This doesn't have to end now.
No.
Carry them in your car. Keep them, there's always going to be a time when you see someone in need. And what more do they need than, everyday items?
Yes. We've arranged that the outreach coordinator at HPC will be the point person, and if people have donations, I'll have more information coming to send them directly to them, because people have said, it was great. I received an email from someone from the Newcastle County Sheriff's Office, and she said she normally donates on a national level, but this time to donate on a local level meant so much more, that when she was shopping for the items, she, could see that child or that person, getting that toothbrush or that toothpaste, or, utilizing those things. And she said, it was just awesome, and it just meant so much to her that it went to her community, and she was impacting her community.
And I also just wanted to, further that just one one more time and just, thank County Executive Tom
Oh my
Gordon
gosh,
for,
yes.
allowing
Yes.
this effort to be
Yes.
brought to the entire county.
Oh, God, yes.
In all the libraries. And just thank, each of the librarians, everybody involved that
Yes.
spread the word.
Yes. Please, and if I have forgotten anyone to thank, please don't blame it on my heart. Blame it on my mind, because
Well, you've been
when
busy,
yeah.
so.
But I know, in my heart, and I know that so many people have helped, and it's just sometimes hard to remember everyone. I try to capture every bit of this through the Facebook page, pictures, and people have uploaded all kind of comments and pictures. So I'm going to gather all those images and all those comments and put everything to a disc that hopefully we can put on our website to just show how everything evolved from the beginning to the end. And yeah.
Is there any plans to make this an annual project, to continue it next year?
Yeah, that's what we hope to do. A lot of the people have signed on. My husband's best friend's wife is a principal of Appoquinimink High School, and I want to meet with her about having this offered as a senior project. So like every year a kid can choose
Absolutely,
this. Because sometimes they don't know what they want to do as their senior project, and if they want to keep this going. And many people have said, no, I want to keep doing this. Or I had a lady say to me yesterday, she operates a nonprofit. She said, you know what, oftentimes she does like plays and theatrical types of things.
Sure.
And sometimes she doesn't charge people to come. She said, but I'm thinking about having them as admissions bring a blessings bag. And I said, hey, that's right, that's great. One lady said to me, she has girls' nights, wine and cheese nights, and they chat and chew. And she said when they come, she's going to have them bring items to put in a bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Why not?
Right. And I said, that's a neat idea. She said, so when they come, they can put their item in the bag and grab a glass of wine and enjoy their wine. I said, that's an awesome idea. So I'm glad it's really empowered people, and people who have felt that they really didn't have enough
Much
to donate.
give,
they felt great. People called me
Yeah.
and said, I don't have this, but I can show up at your house and help you assemble bags. Well, that's helping. Show up and help me assemble bags, and they've done that. So I'm very appreciative for everyone who took part in this.
Well, it's a fantastic effort,
Sure.
and we have to thank you as well. So you can't go unmentioned for all the work that you've done, organizing it and putting everything together. So this has really changed the experience for the volunteers.
Yeah, it has.
It gave them more than one role.
Yeah, and what happens is, Sam from HPC said to me, you don't realize how vital these bags are. All she said an outreach worker has is trust between that outreach worker and that homeless individual. She said, and when you can gain their trust, it's so much easier to assist them and help them transition out of homelessness. And I said, you're right. She called me because she had given out a bag to a gentleman that she'd been working with for some time, and she said he just held it tight to his chest and rocked back and forth. And even myself, just giving the bags to people. Yesterday I gave one of the Girl Scouts bags away to a lady by the mall, and she immediately opened it up and said, is this socks? I need socks. And then it was a hat. So she opened up the other one and said, oh my God, here's socks. I needed these. Those things.
Little things that you don't think about every day.
Right. They've been so well received. And one lady shared that she's an outreach worker, and some of the ladies in her caseload had gotten them during the point in time count. And she said they were in her office crying and saying that it was like Christmas. There were things in there that they really needed. I think it lets them know, that people care. People care about them and their situation, and they're willing to help them. And that's what's important. At the end of the day, that's the most important, to give them hope and let them know that there are people out there that care and want to help them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming back today.
I want to thank you for allowing me this platform to share.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, your time and your efforts and all your questions. I really do. Thank you.
Well, hopefully next year we'll be following up with you.
Okay, I hope so. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up this edition of County Highlights. I hope you enjoyed today's show. We always appreciate the opportunity to bring you news and information here on NCC TV. And we hope today's visit with Nicole Waters helps inspire you to help the needy throughout this winter season. We would also like to thank County Executive Thomas P. Gordon and the county's Community Services Manager Sophia Hansen for their efforts to bring Newcastle County government into this Blessings in a Bag effort to help the homeless. As your host, Melody Kitchen, thank you for watching. Take care.